So, yeah, those of you who swung those gates wide open and welcomed Bill in, you're not likely to ever be able to kick them out, right? Once you let them in, once you give them the key, they're in there, right? Once you let the virus in, seems to me anyway, a lot of you are going to be dependent on this beast system, basically. Whatever they put into you, whatever the side effects of this or that thing is, that was just the beginning. This is going to be an ongoing process of experimenting on people, injecting them with more potions, implanting all kinds of different devices in order to obviously help you. So, the connection between, Bill Gates, his eugenicist ancestors, and the people that work closely with Hitler, I mean, well, that's pretty obvious, if only ideologically, right? Klaus Schwab definitely sounds like one of them, and has those same kinds of ideas, right? He wants to change who we are, right? And mold us into, good little slaves, cyborgs, robots, whatever the hell, right? It's all very much like what the Nazis were rumored to work on, right? Creating the super soldiers, creating, experimenting on people, creating, these transhuman beings, traveling to India, digging up all kinds of old texts, artifacts, whatever the hell, right? Going places such as Egypt and digging in the ground, all these places where you kind of already had that sort of ideology. And maybe it was more than that, right? You had these human-animal hybrids all over the place. These human figures with however many arms, so on and so forth, right? Anyway, yeah, just some. I think that's what I meant, if only subconsciously, when I said that, allowing yourself to be stabbed is, you're just swinging some kind of a door wide open for the authorities to come in and do whatever the fuck it is that they want to do with you. Once you let them in, you're not going to be able to kick them out. I mean, I do think, and I don't want to say that all hope is lost. I do think a lot of those, some of those injections were probably just placebo, right? Any good scientist experimenting will also do that. So, I don't want to act like, everybody is lost, but definitely a lot of people, in my opinion, are fucked. It is what it is, right? So from the tiny little bit of research that I've done when it comes to the mass stabbings that have been going on for, like a century now? Anytime there's a mass stabbing campaign, right? Obviously, people die. And then new afflictions, new plagues pop up shortly thereafter. So then there's a new stabbing campaign to try to, help with these new diseases. And this vicious cycle just goes on and on and on and on. But it looks like they taken it to another level now, that it's no longer just chemical. And this has been going on for, quite some time. When, if you think about, I don't know, let's say pacemakers or organ transplants, things of that nature. But it's really going to ramp up now, where the merging of man and machine and genetic modification, it's really, not only is the whole thing gonna get ramped up, but it's gonna be very much normalized, and all these players that have been basically talking about this sort of thing for quite some time, like Tesla with his Neuralink or whatever it's called. I don't imagine they could have been any happier with potentially, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of subjects they can experiment on and try their new technologies. So it's going to get real interesting. I know that. It's going to get real interesting. But, I do have great hope for the future, thinking that at the end of the day, this is going to be about choice, right? I think in some way, shape, or form, those that are willing to keep that door shut and be on their own, they're going to be allowed to do so, while at the same time get completely cut off from the system, which is fine by me. And I also have great hope for the future. Thinking of, dreaming about sometimes great big things falling from the sky, and well, you know the rest. That's all I gotta say, man. Don't mean to be grim, but that's kind of the situation, right? For a lot of people. So I feel bad for a lot of people, but at the same time, I see this as a great opportunity for a lot of people to finally become truly free, as most of the masses get herded into these little, huge, enormous city prisons, but in the grand scheme of things, a little confined geographical area, and the nature reserves are reserved for the savages. But maybe I'm just deluding myself, because it helps the days go by. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, man, we are definitely living in very interesting times. All right. Shout out to what's his name? Killer Priest and Hellraiser. Gravediggers. Repentance Day. Okay. Bye-bye now.